Most people believe businesses fail because of bad luck, competition, or sudden market changes. The truth is far more uncomfortable. Many businesses collapse not because something went wrong, but because they were built wrong from the very beginning. Weak foundations, hidden risks, and fragile systems quietly grow until failure becomes inevitable. In this video, you will understand why collapse is often designed into businesses long before problems appear. Like and subscribe to learn how real systems determine long-term survival and success. 1. Weak foundations, masquerading as vision. Many businesses begin with excitement, ambition, and big promises, but lack structural clarity. Vision alone cannot support a company over time. When businesses are built without clear processes, realistic financial planning, and defined responsibilities, they rely entirely on momentum. Momentum eventually fades. Without systems, the business cannot scale, adapt, or survive pressure. Founders confuse passion with structure and speed with stability. Early success hides these weaknesses. Growth magnifies flaws instead of fixing them. 2. Revenue without sustainability. Generating revenue is not the same as building a sustainable business. Many companies focus on sales volume while ignoring margins, cash flow, consistency, and cost structure. Revenue looks impressive on the surface, but masks financial fragility underneath. Businesses designed this way become dependent on constant growth to survive. When growth slows, even slightly, the system breaks. Expenses overtake income and pressure increases rapidly. Sustainable businesses prioritize durability over speed. Unsustainable ones are designed to collapse once growth pauses. 3. Dependency on individuals instead of systems. Businesses that rely heavily on founders or key individuals are inherently fragile. When knowledge, decisions, and execution exist only in people rather than systems, the business cannot scale or survive disruption. Burnout, illness, or departure creates immediate instability. Many companies mistake this dependence for leadership strength. In reality, it is structural weakness. Businesses designed to last embed processes, documentation, and delegation early. Those that do not are quietly building collapse into their operating model. 4. Growth without infrastructure. Rapid expansion without operational infrastructure creates stress fractures. Hiring faster than training, scaling sales without improving fulfillment, and expanding locations without systems all increase complexity. Complexity without control leads to errors, inefficiency, and declining quality. Customers notice. Employees disengage. Costs rise. Businesses collapse not because growth failed, but because it succeeded without preparation. Infrastructure must precede scale. When it does not, growth accelerates failure instead of success. 5. Financial illiteracy at the core. Many businesses fail because decision-makers do not understand their own numbers. Cash flow timing, debt obligations, and operating leverage are ignored or misunderstood. Profit on paper hides liquidity problems. Short-term borrowing replaces long-term planning. Financial ignorance compounds quietly until a single shock exposes reality. Businesses designed without financial discipline are walking toward collapse, even during profitable periods. Survival requires mastery of numbers, not optimism. 6. Ignoring market reality. Some businesses collapse because they were built for assumptions rather than reality. Founders fall in love with ideas instead of customers. They ignore feedback, changing demand, and competitive shifts. Markets evolve continuously. Businesses that refuse to adapt slowly become irrelevant. This rigidity is not accidental. It is designed through ego attachment and resistance to change. Collapse occurs when reality finally overwhelms denial. 7. Cost structures that cannot flex. Rigid cost structures destroy businesses during uncertainty. Long-term leases oversize teams, and fixed expenses limit adaptability. When revenue fluctuates, these businesses cannot adjust quickly enough. Flexible cost models allow survival during downturns. Inflexible ones accelerate collapse. Many companies design cost rigidity early, believing stability equals safety. In reality, flexibility equals survival. Collapse happens when expenses refuse to bend. 8. Short-term thinking embedded in strategy. Businesses optimized for immediate gains sacrifice long-term resilience. Cutting quality, underinvesting in people, and neglecting systems boosts short-term profits but weakens foundations. These decisions feel successful until the future arrives. Long-term neglect accumulates hidden damage. Collapse is not sudden. It is scheduled by short-term thinking, repeatedly rewarded. Sustainable businesses delay gratification. Fragile ones monetize the future until nothing remains. 9. Leadership without self-awareness. Leadership flaws often go unexamined. Poor communication, avoidance of accountability, and resistance to feedback poison organizations slowly. Culture reflects leadership behavior. When leaders ignore weaknesses, the business absorbs them. Teams disengage, talent leaves, and decision quality declines. Collapse is not caused by one bad leader, but by leadership unwilling to evolve. Businesses inherit the limitations of those who control them. 10. Collapse as a predictable outcome. Most business failures are not mysterious. Warning signs appear years in advance through stress, inefficiency, and instability. Collapse occurs when multiple fragile elements intersect. It feels sudden only to those who ignored signals. Businesses designed with resilience systems and adaptability survive shocks. Those designed without them were always moving toward collapse. Failure is rarely accidental. It is the logical outcome of design choices repeated over time. Business collapse is not about bad luck or unexpected events. It is the result of foundations, systems, and decisions made long before failure becomes visible. Companies that survive are designed for resilience, flexibility, and discipline from the start. Understanding this distinction changes how businesses are built, managed, and sustained. Like and subscribe to continue learning how real systems determine long-term success and why structure matters more than hope.